Alright, so in order to start seeing results at the gym, you need a good workout routine. So that is why for today's video, I am showing you a full week of my workouts. Alright, hey guys, how you guys doing today? My name is Aaron Ramirez. If you guys are new around here, I talk about fashion and fitness. So if you want to learn more about that, make sure to subscribe. But like I said, today's video is going to be all about a week of my workouts. So I've been working out for quite some time now. I've had a lot of workout routines, and out of all of them, the one that I'm currently on is definitely my favorite fitness routine. So the current routine that I'm on is push, pull, legs, back and chest, shoulders and arms, and legs. Now in this video, I'm going to be going around day by day, breaking down what I do, what works best for me, and what I think you should be doing as well. Now in no way, shape, or form am I a bodybuilder. I'm not the leanest. This is just my favorite way to work out to get results and pretty much eat whatever I want. So when it comes to how much I'm lifting, I don't really lift a ton of weight. I don't really focus on 1 rep maxes like I used to. Instead, I lift relatively heavy weights, and my favorite things to do are time under tension and tempo training. Basically, if you don't know what that is, tempo training is giving yourself a certain amount of time to lift up the weight or put it back down. For example, if I'm doing bicep curls, I like to do 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down. Of course, I always switch it up so I don't get bored, but that is definitely my favorite way to train, and that is what have given me the best results. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the workout routine. So the first day of this fitness routine is going to be push. Now, if you don't know what push is, it's basically targeting your chest, shoulders, and triceps. So in this day, I like to start off with chest, and for that, I'll go into some incline dumbbell or just normal bench press. This is where I like to lift decently heavy, but of course, depending on the day, I always switch it up. So for sometimes I'll do 4 sets of 4 on the incline bench press, or I would go switch it up and do something like 4 sets of 10 to 12 on the incline dumbbell press. Like I said, I always switch it up so I don't get bored. And of course, if you don't know, it's always better to target your upper chest, because when you have a bigger upper chest, your chest in general just looks way more filled out. So my favorite exercises to do on the push day is, like I said, the bench press, incline bench press or dumbbell press. I also love to do dips, tricep pull downs, lateral raises, anything like that. Usually on my workouts, I do 4 to 6 exercises depending on the day. If I have a lot of time, I'll definitely try to do a lot more, but it's definitely unnecessary to spend hours upon hours in the gym. Especially if you're like me, you're not training for a bodybuilding show. It's completely unnecessary. The time in the gym really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you do within that period of time. In my opinion, the best way to rush blood flow into your muscle is going to be the tempo training. So that is why I like to do the 5 seconds down, 10 seconds down, whatever. Anyways, moving on to the next day, this is going to be the pull day. If you don't know what that is, it's basically targeting your back, biceps, and your rear delts. So I always like to start off putting blood into my lats. I honestly never do deadlifts anymore. I used to do them a lot, but they tired me out really fast and I didn't like the end of my workouts, so I completely skip over them now. I like to start off with my pull-ups or lat pull downs. Like I said, I just do a lot of volume to put blood into my back. So I'll either do something like 3 sets of 15, or on the lat pull downs, I'll do 4 sets of 10 and going really slow on the way down and really controlled on the way up as well. Now the next thing I do is bent over rows. Now I always switch it up. I do cable ones, I could do dumbbell ones, or I could even do barbell ones. This one is definitely up to you. It's a preference. Whatever you like best and whatever you think is more beneficial to you, that's what you should be doing. But I would definitely advise you to switch it up every single time so you don't get bored in your fitness journey. After my back exercises, that's when I go into my bicep workouts. So I'll do something like preacher curls, hammer curls, or regular bicep curls. Now again, this is where I like to go very, very slow. I like to rush blood into your biceps to get a better pump. And another tip, no matter what you're exercising, if you finish your set and flex that muscle group, you're going to put a ton of more blood into that muscle, and it gives you a way better pump. So after biceps, that's when I go into my rear delts. Now I will either do bent over flies or I'll do something like face pulls. And like I keep mentioning, I just want to stress this more. Every single time I switch up the sets and reps and the tempo, because trust me, when you're working out, you do not want to feel bored, because then that's just going to discourage you and then you will stop right there. All right, moving on to the next day, this is going to be the legs. So I always like to start off with squats. Depending on if I'm feeling really tired or really good that day, I would either go really heavy or I would drop the weight and do more tempo training. So that's something else that I should mention. So if I'm doing heavier weight, then I'll just do the exercises normally. Or if I'm doing lighter weight, that's when I start to do like 10 seconds down or pause reps or anything around that area. So after the legs, this is where I like to switch it up every single time. So I like to do leg extensions, hack squats, pretty much anything. As long as you're doing a lot of volume, then you're going to be good to go within any of your workouts. But definitely by far the most beneficial ones for me are going to be the leg extensions. That is definitely an exercise I do every single time I'm hitting legs. But after that, you could always switch up other things like goblet squats, hack squats, anything like that. Just make sure to control the weight. You definitely don't want to be that guy who's lifting more than they can handle, and then you're having improper form. Definitely don't do that. And then after I'm done hitting my quads and hamstrings, that's when I'll move on to the calf work. Trust me, you do not want to neglect your calves. That is a very important muscle group that you should be hitting, so definitely don't forget about that. All right, after that, that's when I'll go into my back and chest day. Now this is definitely my favorite day because my favorite muscle groups to hit are back and chest. So I always have the most fun on this day. Now it depends what I'm feeling. I'll either start off the day with back or chest. It really doesn't matter. So just for this example, I'm gonna be starting off with back. I'm gonna be doing the lat pull downs because those are definitely my favorite back exercise. Then I'll go into dumbbell rows. So when it comes to back and chest days, I like to do 3 of each. I feel like that is more than enough exercises to do as long as you're doing them correctly with proper form and with the tempo training like I mentioned before. 3 exercises per muscle group is more than enough. So after I'm done hitting back, that's when I'll go into my chest exercises. So I'll do stuff like flies, again, more incline bench press, more incline dumbbell press. Like I said, I prefer to hit the upper chest more than the middle chest, just because it makes your chest look a lot bigger. Hitting more upper chest has definitely been the biggest factor of the development of my chest. So I definitely recommend that you do the same thing. All right, so after that, the next day is going to be shoulders and arms. So this is definitely more accessory work. The only thing I go heavy on is probably overhead press. My favorite way to do it is seated overhead press. Now for this, I typically start off with more heavier weight, so I'll probably do like 4 sets of 8 to 10. So after I'm done going like with the heavier stuff, then that's when I drop it down. And that's when I go back to doing stuff like 3 sets of 15 and then the tempo training that I keep mentioning. So like I said, I start off with my front delts, then I'll do my lateral ones. So for this, you're probably gonna do stuff like lateral raises. And then for rear delts, I would just do more face pulls. And since you're hitting your entire arm right here, you're pretty much done with your shoulders, and then all you have left is back and biceps. So biceps are pretty self-explanatory. All you have to do is stuff like curls. Just always switch up the way that you do it. And then triceps as well. My favorite are gonna be tricep pull downs. Yeah, just arms in general, this is the most self-explanatory, so you really don't have to worry about this day too much. Next, after that, that is when I'm gonna be hitting legs again. Now again, I will always start off with squats, then I'll go into other variations of the squat like goblet squats, hack squats, cannonball squats, anything like that. It really doesn't matter. It just depends on what you feel like doing that day, or you know what's open at the gym. And then of course, like I said, every single time I'm doing legs, I'm always gonna do leg extensions, and then once I'm done, I'll do more calf work. And then after that, you are done with the split. You should take a rest day. If you're like me, sometimes you just don't feel like taking a rest day and then you go straight into it again, which I shouldn't advise that you do, but if it's something that you really like to do, then by all means, go for it. So yeah, like I said, this is definitely my favorite split out of any of them that I have ever done. This workout routine has helped me tremendously, and I definitely hope that it helps you as well. Now, throughout the entire video, you will notice that I named pretty much the same exact exercises on every single time. Now, that's something that I wanted to mention as well. Like I said earlier, that you should only stick to the workouts that you notice help you the most. All those weird Instagram exercises that you see, most of the time they don't end up working. And at the end of the day, you're doing stuff for no reason. In my opinion, you should definitely stick to the basics, and throughout my personal experience, the basics are what are going to be helping you the most. So that's why I definitely recommend that you do that as well. The only thing you have to switch up is the way that you do it. Like I said, sometimes I'll go 5 seconds up, or sometimes I'll even go 10 seconds up. Just depends on what I'm feeling that day. But yeah, anyways, I do hope that this did help you out. A lot of you guys have been asking me what my current workout routine is, so I finally made a video about it. So I definitely hope that you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Let me know what's your fitness goal. If it's either to lose weight, build muscle, whatever it is, definitely let me know and I can try to help you out with that. But like I mentioned earlier, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.